Hey Commanders fans! Our team is on a mission to improve and take that next step toward bringing a championship to Washington. Every move, every decision this offseason is being made with one goal in mind: giving Jayden Daniels and this roster the best possible chance to win. Before we dive into today's big topic, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates on our Commanders. Now, let's talk about an interesting situation developing in free agency. Could Washington be looking to make another move at wide receiver? There's a name still on the market that has a deep connection to the D.C. area and could add even more firepower to an already loaded offense: Stefon Diggs. The Washington Commanders made significant moves this offseason to surround Jayden Daniels with elite weapons. Terry McLaurin and Deebo Samuel are already an incredible duo, and Luke McCaffrey has promising potential. But recent reports suggest that veteran wideout Stefon Diggs is ahead of schedule in his ACL recovery and is already running at full speed. That news shouldn't be overlooked by Commanders GM Adam Peters. Diggs, a 4-time Pro Bowler and 2-time All-Pro, recently visited the New England Patriots. According to ESPN's Mike Rice, the Patriots wanted to check in on his recovery progress after his season-ending ACL injury last year with the Texans. The good news? Diggs is already cutting and changing direction at full speed. That means he could be ready to contribute much sooner than expected. Adding a receiver of Diggs' caliber would give the Commanders one of the scariest receiving corps in the entire NFL. Picture this: McLaurin, Samuel, and Diggs all working together in Eric Bieniemy's offense with Jayden Daniels slinging the football. That's a dream scenario for any quarterback, especially a young star like Daniels, who is already on a trajectory towards superstardom. However, there are some concerns. Diggs has been labeled as a strong personality in the past, and Washington is building a new culture under Dan Quinn. Would he fit in? According to an anonymous coach who worked closely with Diggs, he's a hard worker, practices with purpose, and genuinely loves the game of football. That's exactly the type of player the Commanders want in their locker room. While signing Diggs sounds great on paper, there are financial factors to consider. Washington has limited cap space after making key moves in free agency and trades, so it would need to be a team-friendly deal. Additionally, the team has only 5 draft selections this year, meaning that any additional moves must be well calculated. If Diggs is looking for a contender and is willing to take a lesser role than he's used to, Washington could be the perfect fit. After all, he grew up in the D.C. area and played college ball at Maryland. Returning home to finish his career would be a full-circle moment. Speaking of Jayden Daniels, let's shift gears for a moment. The quarterback market continues to skyrocket, and analysts are already predicting that Daniels could become the first $90 million per year QB in NFL history. Let that sink in. NFL agent J. I. Hassel recently told 106.7 The Fan that Daniels could realistically earn around $90 million per season when he becomes eligible for an extension in 2027, assuming he continues to develop as expected. If that happens, the Commanders would need to prepare for a historic payday. While it may seem crazy now, we've seen quarterback contracts explode year after year. Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, and Justin Herbert have all signed massive deals, and the salary cap keeps rising. If Daniels continues his upward trajectory, he could set the next financial benchmark for quarterbacks. One position that might still need some attention is cornerback. While the Commanders have already made significant improvements in their secondary, recent reports suggest that Washington could be an ideal landing spot for one of the best free agent corners still available: Asante Samuel Jr. That's right, folks. The former Los Angeles Charger is still on the market, and the Commanders might just be the perfect team to take a chance on him. Adam Peters and the Commanders front office have already put together a solid cornerback group. They brought in Marshawn Lattimore, who immediately upgrades the unit as a shutdown corner. Mike Senristil has also proven to be a valuable asset, and the team recently re-signed Noah Igbinoghene after his strong performance in the slot last season. Additionally, Washington added Jonathan Jones, a veteran who brings leadership and championship experience. On paper, this group looks strong, but we all know injuries and depth concerns can quickly derail a secondary. That's where Asante Samuel Jr. comes in. According to Christopher Knox of Bleacher Report, Washington is one of the best possible landing spots for Samuel. He's an aggressive, playmaking corner with great ball skills, and he would add another layer of versatility to an already talented defense. However, there's a reason he's still available: his health concerns. Samuel's biggest red flag has been his ongoing issues with stinger injuries. Reports indicate that this has been a persistent issue throughout his career, one that he was actually born with. Last season, he was limited to just 4 games due to this condition. For any team considering signing him, this is something that needs to be thoroughly examined before making a commitment. That being said, when Samuel is on the field, he's an absolute difference maker. He has a knack for reading quarterbacks, jumping routes, and making big plays when his team needs them most. Over his first 3 seasons in the league, he was one of the most reliable young corners in football. If Washington is comfortable with his medical evaluation, signing him to a 1-year, prove-it deal could be a brilliant move. One of the most interesting aspects of this potential move is the connection between Samuel and Commanders defensive backs coach Tommy Donatel. Donatel was with the Chargers during Samuel's first 3 seasons in the NFL, meaning there is already a strong familiarity between the two. This could help make Samuel's transition to Washington much smoother and increase his chances of thriving in the system. Another key factor is Washington's overall defensive philosophy under head coach Dan Quinn. Quinn loves aggressive ball hawking, defenders who can take calculated risks and make plays. Samuel fits that mold perfectly. He's the type of player who can turn a game on its head with a crucial interception or a pass breakup in a key moment. On top of that, Washington's pass rush is expected to be much improved this season, which means quarterbacks will have less time to make decisions. This plays right into Samuel's strengths. He thrives when he has the opportunity to read the quarterback's eyes and jump routes, something he would have plenty of chances to do in a defense that forces quick throws. If the Commanders decide to take a chance on Samuel, they likely wouldn't have to break the bank. Given his injury history and the fact that he remains unsigned this late into free agency, a 1-year incentive-based contract makes the most sense. This would allow Washington to get a high-upside player without committing long-term, while also giving Samuel the opportunity to prove he's still capable of being a top-tier corner. It's also worth noting that Washington still has around $22.57 million in available cap space. While they'll want to save some of that for in-season moves and potential contract extensions, there's definitely room to make an addition like this if they believe Samuel can be a valuable contributor. So, Commanders fans, here's the big question. Should Washington take a chance on Stefon Diggs, or should they look elsewhere for another receiver? On one hand, Diggs' talent is undeniable, and adding him to this offense could be a game changer. On the other hand, the team might prefer to develop younger talent and use the draft to build for the future. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Would you like to see Stefon Diggs in a Commanders uniform? And what do you think about Jayden Daniels potentially becoming the first $90 million per year quarterback? Drop your opinions below. And before you go, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a Commanders HQ update. We'll see you in the next one. Hail to the Commanders.